What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. So today we're going to talk about the Paisas. Are the Paisas down for theirs? Are they with the business? Well, we know on the streets they are. That's for certain. Vicious out there. I know two lowriders who went in the middle of nowhere to an orchard. Out in that orchard was a little shack. So they busted in, found some Paisas there, took all their belongings. But before they left, one of them went like this. Took his mask off, so I just want you to know who got you. El Mistako. Mistako, like a mofo right there. They ended up having to identify him by the tattoos on his legs. So you don't want to go there. How about in the pen, though? In county jail. Down for theirs? Now, when I first started doing time, we called them Border Brothers. It's not a very, I've brought this up before and it wasn't very popular, but I'm just going to stick to how I remember things. I remember first several years of county jail, Border Brothers. I don't think I heard the term Paisa until I started coming to prison. But before we face incarceration, before we go to jail and start talking about that, I'm going to talk about the streets real quick because when I was 20 years old, I went to Food Max, a supermarket, with my girlfriend. When we walk in, as we get in there, there's two Paisas. And all of a sudden, we start mad dogging each other. I'm giving them dirty looks, they're giving me dirty looks. I think I thought they were looking at my old lady. So it's like, what you looking at, you know? What's up, fool? And they're looking at me, and it was getting kind of crazy. They're following us around. Then they disappeared and left. And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. And they came back with two more. Now there's four of them following us around, talking shit. My lady's like, let's just leave. And I said, no, we're going to shop. Right in front of the milk and eggs. And when I said that, kind of raised my voice, like, no, we're shopping. They rushed me, dude. I couldn't believe it. I thought they were going to follow us and wait till I got outside and rush me. But right there in the store, boom, rushed me. And initially, they knocked me down. I don't know if I tripped. There's four of them. It's not like they punched me in the face and knocked me out, but I definitely hit the dirt. I bounced up so quick. I can't believe I wish I had it on video how fast I got up. Like I bounced. Straight adrenaline. And then, yeah, no one was breaking up. 4-on-1 right there. But I'd rather get jumped by four people than two. Because two, they got room to. Four, they're kind of like bumping into each other. And I was able to kind of just do this and like keep them moving. The old lady ran off. She was gone. See ya. No one broke it up. I heard some people saying, stop, stop. Of course they weren't. I was keeping them moving. Then they finally stopped and ran off. I ran off. Went outside. Old lady's car was not even in the parking spot. So I'm like, what the hell? Then the car pulls up on me. I'm like, whoa. And it was her. Thought it might have been them. I mean, I just got jumped by four people. All of a sudden, his headlights, like, what's going on? It was a crazy one. Anyway, and it lasted for a while, too. And it's funny how no one got involved. People were just like, 2%? Babe, do you want to go to the 2% or the vitamin D milk? People are going about their business, dude. They're not getting involved in that shit. But it's pretty crazy. But, so there's that. But how about county jail? And how about prison? What happens when you get up in there? Now, I always saw the Paisas when I was doing county jail time as an extension of the Southsiders. It seemed like they're very, very closely related. They're involved in each other's politics for sure. Where you'd find one, you'd find the other. Like I brought up before, one of my homeboys got a 1-on-1. You can get in a 1-on-1 with a Paisa. They'll give it to you. If you don't like one, you say, I want to fight that dude, they'll let you have a 1-on-1. Homeboy fought this dude. The dude beat him, knocked my homeboy down. He was on the ground. He mounted him and bit his face all gacho. Pardon me. Let me add the gacho in there. Bit his face hardcore. To where when we saw it, we're like, no, we're not going to let that ride. It's uncalled for. Especially he was on the ground like you'd won. You could have walked away. It was done. And you had to get on top of him to do that. And it was gnarly. So we kicked it off. We're going to rush the Paisas. And the Southsiders got involved. Like, great. It was even numbers, Woods and Paisas. I didn't know why they came in there and jumped in on it. But they did. Beat it as a May. So, when I got to prison, I started noticing they have separate programs for sure. It was nothing like my first several years of county jail, where they were real tight and buddy-buddy. Got to prison, I noticed they were not involved in each other's politics nearly as much. Even I recall hearing about a riot at TACCF, a big one between the Southsiders and Paisas, and the Paisas got the W on that. Wasn't even close. I've never been at TACCF. I don't know, I think they're stairs. Apparently, I guess they're stairs. And the Southsiders were trying to come up or go down the stairs. They were throwing lockers on them. I just heard they just took a two on that one. Wish I had more information. Wish I had seen it. Wish I had been there. But I know it was a good one. Anyway, be that as it may. So, I was in pretrial county jail. I had a Paisa for a cellie. Didn't speak a lick of English. Coolest cellie I ever had, though. Even though we couldn't talk. Maybe that's why it's cool cellie. I mean, we never argued. But we did have our own little language it came up with. Made up of like sighs and grunts and whistles. We communicate a little bit. We lived together for 2-3 months. Good dude. One of the best cellies I ever had. Youngster. Hadn't done a lot of time, but knew how to program. Knew how to do time. Worked out. I liked him, man. However, the dude who had the keys to the Pisces in that pod, no one liked. No one could stand him. In fact, a lot of people thought he was an undercover Southsider trying to hide. Like maybe he's a Southsider got in trouble somewhere, so he came in like, Paisa! Because he hardly never spoke Spanish. He could, but he almost always spoke English. He had 3 dots on his hand, which is like, no, it's me, Vida Loca. Which they do that. My crazy life, 3 dots, but Southsiders also put 3 dots or 2 dots in their eyes. He had that. Even had his like last name, Old English, across his back, which is like a homeboy Southsider would, like even, prison tattoo. I don't see Paisa do it that often. He came in Paisa, no one liked him. Loud, obnoxious. My celly, my Paisa celly, really didn't like him. We'd be in our cell or something, kicking back, whatever, gonna have dinner, getting ready to lock it down. He'd go walking by, and my celly would look at him, look at me, and go, tss. That's one of our words we do a lot. Tss. And I knew exactly what he meant. You ain't feeling him. One day, it was store day. And I noticed my celly, he always got beans, chips, soups, beef jerky, pickles, popcorn, salty stuff. He never got candy. I was like, okay, does he only have enough money for his food like that? Maybe he can't afford like a candy bar. So I had a candy bar one day and offered it to him. He's like, There's another one of our words. Let me know he did not like it. Now pump the brakes. He's like, thank you, but no thank you. I do not want the chocolate. So I said, oh, he just doesn't like candy. Then one day in a store, I noticed he got a couple soups and stuff, but he got all kinds of like brownies and M&Ms and all these candies. And I'm like, huh. Because they come to your cell door and they hand it in through the little slot. Clear plastic bag. He has a sign, notes, your ear hustle, your eye hustle. No, you don't ear hustle, but you eye hustle. You can see. How could you not see? Of course you know what your celly has. He's unpacking it. I don't want you guys to get the impression I'm nosy. How do you know what he had? I know because I know. And he had all kinds of sweets. Then when the door opens for us to go to day room, he left. He had all his stuff. And I go, as he's walking out the door, and he had his big, all his candy and stuff. That was another one of our words, like doing it big. And he's like, cake? Feed me, homie. And you say M&M? And I was like, yeah, you got some M&Ms. Cool, dude. I love that dude, man. Hope I bump into him one day. Anyway, he goes out. He's happy. He has all this stuff. And I know what he's doing because I noticed him upstairs. The Pisces were grouping. Someone's had a birthday or something. Someone's getting out there making a cake. Someone was making all kinds of soup spread. He must have been the one in charge of making the pie or whatever. All these sweets. So anyway, we're hanging out. Go about our day. Everything's good. I notice him upstairs most of the day. Getting ready to lock down. We go in our cell. He's coming in. It's done for the day. Shut the door. We're over. Locked down for the night. He's coming in, I come in, get ready to shut our door. They come running up, hand him in a piece of something. I grab it and I give it to him. It's on a piece of toilet paper. It's a sliver, dude. It's a piece of cake, but it's just so fucking small. And the first thing I thought of was all that cake making material, like $10 of M&Ms, brownies, and all this stuff. And someone came in, his hand like a sliver. He like threw it on the ground, and he picked up. He's like, M&Ms. And showed me, and I was like, no, I don't see any M&Ms. No fucking M&Ms on this thing. What about all the packs of M&Ms I took up there? That was one of his main gripes was no M&Ms in this motherfucker. And I took M&Ms to be thrown in. You'd think they'd be sprinkled on top. Some in, no M&Ms. He was pissed. He paced all night, cussed. This dude's pissed off. And I'm thinking to myself, both of us had the program. We stayed up all night and went to bed after breakfast. Slept till lunch. That's kind of my program. I was in that cell first. And he came in because I just worked all night. And he kind of did too. It's better that way. I don't know. Stay up all night in the cell, have some cell time, work out. Then after breakfast, there's like 3:34, get breakfast, boom, crash back out till lunch. So much for the rule, no sleeping after breakfast. But hey, that's how a lot of people are doing that pod. Anyway, be that as it may. So all night he's pacing, cussing. And I'm minding my business. I'd love to be able to ask him about it. We don't speak the same language. And every once in a while he'd look at me and just go, tch. I go, I know, man, I can imagine. You're pissed and mad than a motherfucker. Anyway, I'm just up there reading my book, minding my business. As soon as the cell door opens in the morning, about 3:30, he goes running out. And he goes a couple cells down and comes back with a Southsider who knew English and Spanish. Someone I was pretty familiar with. Brings him in. Dude's like, what? He got woke up. What's going on? Paisa, my Paisa celly starts talking to him in Spanish. Talking to him. And we're having ourselves a junta. He's explaining everything to this Southsider who speaks Spanish and English. He wants the Southsider to tell me. And here's the get down. He wants to go remove that dude. He wants to beat the brakes off that dude who has the keys for the Pisces in that building. He can't stand him. He said, I took all this stuff, $10 worth of cake making material. He came down to bring me this sliver. It's a nothing. I know he kept a lot of it. I know he probably only put $2 in and just made some little stuff. He's robbing us. He's keeping our stuff. He's running drag on us. He's not good for us. I can't stand him. Where's the M&Ms? He's like, so both of me, there's an unwritten rule. You always have your celly's back. I'm a Wood. He's a Pisces. So what? He's my most favorite Pisces in the pod. He's my celly. I'm going to have his back regardless. It's based on. Southsider liked him too, and like I said, no one liked that dude who had the keys for the Pisces. So the Pisces tell the Southsider, this is what I want to do. He wanted the Southsider to go upstairs, Go wake up that dude, keys with Paisa, and tell him, hey, Splinter and his silly Paisa dude are down there arguing, getting ready to fight. You better go mediate. And when dude came down, and the cell side was make sure he came down by himself and not grab any kind of weapon. And when he came down, he came to the cell to investigate. I was going to walk out, and my silly Paisa was going to beat the brakes off of him. So that's what happened. We're kicking back. I'm sitting in the cell. My cellie is sitting on the bed, calm. I remember looking at him going, look how calm he is. Kind of getting ready to do like a power play, and he's as calm as could be. I love him for it. And I was kind of standing there waiting. As soon as I see dude come down, the Southsider, dude walks in, he looks at me all confused, I walk out. I heard and felt the punch. Unfortunately, I couldn't see it. Unfortunately, I didn't see none of the fight, because my job at this point, once they start chucking them, was go sit at the nearest table and kind of just watch the door and just watch the bubble and just kind of just make sure nothing. But I heard it and felt it. And it was a pah. It was so hard that I almost thought, because the bigger dude, the dude who had the keys, was so much bigger than my cellie. I thought, did he come down mad and take off first? Did he know that my youngster cellie was going to... But no, once I heard all the flurries and I heard some screams, and I knew they were the screams of the dude who had the keys. Beating the brakes off him, he tried to run out a couple times, so I pushed him back in. I'm just sitting and watching the door. All of a sudden, the door does crack. I hear clank, and I go, hey. And all of a sudden, one of the porters starts to walk in. They take dudes out first thing in the morning. They get everything ready for breakfast. Sometimes they'll steal milk, or they'll put food in a cup. They grab things, trash bags. They come back in, tell the cop, hey, I got to go back to my cell. My shirt got wet or something. They'll come back in, drop stuff off. So clank, I hear the door. Here comes the porter, and I tell him, hold the door. Because I'm thinking in my mind, this dude can leave now. Because he's getting ready to come out of the cell beat up. We don't want him to stand in there pushing the button, getting the call's attention, let me out. Because that's when they come running in. We want him to go running out, doing open door. So I tell that porter getting ready to come in, hold the door. Tell these guys fighting in the cell and cell center, hey, stop, get him out of here, And that's what he says, hey, stop. Let him go. And that dude took off running out, leaking. Awesome. Feeding me. And you know what's the best part about it? Is my little youngster cellie didn't get a big old head out of it. Didn't think he was a shit. He didn't even have the keys after that. A lot of times since you removed the other keys, now it's you got him. Now it's your pad. He didn't even want him. He just could not stand that fool, and he felt like he got ripped off. No M&Ms. Fuck all that. So yeah, good youngster, man. And how was I going to end it? And I was going to say something, but yeah, I guess that's about it. But that is why I say size doesn't really matter. Because that dude who got beat that time, the dude at the keys was twice his size. But a lot of it has to do with dedication. A lot of times you get a frame of mind, someone does you over, and you're like, I'm not going to lose. I'm going to serve this fool. Because he did X, Y, and Z to me, and like, I ain't playing. You just go with the frame of mind, like, I'm going to punish him. A lot of it is mind over matter. You don't mind. I don't mind, because you don't matter. Be that as it may. So trip on this one. When I was at CMC West, Pisces had their own TV room. Of course I do. Anytime you get to any kind of jail, kind of facility, you're going to see 2 TVs. One for the Paisa, one for everybody else. That's how it always is. CMC West, those dorms, 2 TV rooms. One for the Paisas, one for everybody else. I would always hang out in the Paisa TV room. They liked me. They didn't care. One dude just told me he made alcohol just for me, so I'd buy it all up. So he's like, I'll just make it just for you, Splinter, because every time I do a batch, you want to buy it all up anyway. So I'll just keep it on the down low, make it, when it's done, give it to you. So he just like cooked wine just straight up from me. Then I was buying a lot of the black. Because I had money, I had a settlement. So I'm spending money and, keep the money around. Keep the dude with money good. Treat the dude with money good. So anyway, plus I'm a likable guy. We were just cool like that. I'd always hang out in the TV room, especially when I was loaded. Because I don't want people messing with me. Maybe I get a gram. I get loaded. Hey, Splinter, can I get some? That's why I'm going to leave me alone. I'm going to go hide out in the Paisa TV room, front row, like this, with some Kool-Aid. That's what I'm doing this night. Chilling in there. There was boxing on. All of a sudden, here's some loud arguing. Some yelling. So I'm like, whoa, it gets my attention. What's going on? All of a sudden, some chairs and benches get shuffling around. The light gets turned on. The TV gets turned off. Like, whoa, what's going on? And they say, we lost it. We lost something. We lost what? They go, there was the bag. The bag of vodka was in here and it's gone. I was like, oh, you guys are missing your whole big bag? Oh, yeah, because they had a big bag and they kept it in there. As I come to find out later, they had it hidden up on one of the benches. It's really, really hidden good. And that's where it's been for a while. That was their spot. All of a sudden, it's not there. They went to go grab it, gone. So I go, okay. I go, hey, come here. We went in the corner. I took off my shirt and threw it to him. He goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm stripping down. He's like, dude, Splinter, no. I go, yeah. Took off my shoes, socks, and my pants. Threw my pants to him. I go check the pockets. Took my socks off inside out. Took my underwear off butt naked. Went like this. Threw my underwear and socks down. I go, I'm not going to squat and cough on boy, or pick up the nuts. But I will do a 360. I don't got what you're looking for. This is the only way, because there can't be no doubt. And I just got up and go, you guys are missing shit, and walked out, because, dude, I use, like, a lot. What if 2 days later I was loaded? Like, yeah, he's probably loaded because he got... I mean, I just couldn't... Of course I'm going to be a suspect. How would I ever clear my name? I didn't do it. I mean, I hadn't... Dude, no, this is how we're going to clear my name. I'm going to get butt naked right now. Hold this, hold that, flip that inside out, turn the pockets inside out, dump it over, flip it out, and let's get this. You're a crazy motherfucker, Splinter. No, I'm trying to keep my name clean. Got dressed, walked out, told my homies they're tripping. Something's cracking. They're missing something. Everybody up. So it's like about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Most people are in bed. Everyone started getting up. Shoes on. You can feel that tension. They're walking around. They let the black rep know. Southside of rep. Wood, hey, we had a bag that's missing. We want to know. Where's it at? Looking around for it. No one has it. And of course you got those people. You ain't looking in my locker. I ain't got shit. Fuck you guys. Like, I ain't talking to you. Whatever, you know. Just, it gets crazy. Missing something. What are we going to do? They don't find it. Everything's up dying down. Next morning at breakfast, this black dude is so loaded, he nods all the way out at breakfast, puts his face in his pancakes. Boom. Loaded. And it's like, this is not someone you see a loaded lot. This is not someone you see ever have money. And this is kind of like, he has it. Everyone thought the same thing at the same time. Okay, he's the one that got it. Not only is he loaded, he's super loaded, as if he had like as much as he wanted. He's been using all night. It's crazy, because in hindsight, 2020, right? He slept a couple beds down from me, and that night, as I went to bed, I noticed he was on the bottom rack, that he put sheets and blankets, hung stuff around. I was like, he's making a fort, could be doing whatever. Probably he was looking at the bag he had. He'd be pretty ballsy to break it out that night, but what if? Anyway, I'm pretty certain he's the one now, because his face is in his pancakes. They had to carry him back to the dorm. A couple dudes, arms under his shoulder, he's just, you know, weekend at Bernie's type shit. Get him back to the dorm, throw him on his bunk, and the Paisa standing right there like, we want it. He has it. Went through his pockets, went to stuff, boom, here it is. Like, okay, they had it, let him come out of the stupor so you can explain how he got it. This may not be your stuff. Let's ask him, benefit of the doubt. So they had it, everyone's tripping, dude. Let's keep this a dorm issue, let's not get outside the dorm. Whoa, he wakes up, his story is, I found it. Pisces are pissed off, he's a thief, they want him beat up, they want him removed, out of here. Black's like, nope, got his back, he said he found it. They said, yeah, he found it, he should have given it back that night we made such a big deal. No, he didn't hear, blah, blah, blah. They said, okay, well, you found it, you have to pay for what's missing. And we can give you, it's like half of it's gone, and like, just give us, you know, whatever, 400 or whatever. Give us something, you have to start paying for what's missing. He's like, nah. And it's like, okay, you got 2 weeks. Dude, time went by, I forgot all about it. I even forgot that even happened. I wasn't expecting nothing, there was no violence. Went to dinner one night, loo, 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 bells, exactly 2 weeks later. Everyone down! That was in chow hall. Pisces rushed him 2 weeks later in the TV room. Rushed him and a couple buddies sat with them because they were lagging last to go to dinner. And so they rushed him. A lot of people are like, why did they wait 2 weeks? Like, because they gave him 2 weeks to pay. And so you have to pay for it. So no, okay, we'll give you like the regulation 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, if the money hit the PO box, we're going to handle it. I mean, kind of had to. He was in position. He clearly stole their stuff. He said he found it. I don't know. They say the last they saw was tied up under a bench. How could he have found it? It wasn't never missing out of anyone's pocket. It was missing from the bench. Dude clearly remember putting it there. Then went to go grab it. It'd be one thing when it's like, oh, I took a shower and it's gone. But it's like, no, it's missing from in here, under the bench. What do you mean you found it? You're like walking, like tripped and fell. All right, what's that under there? I can find it. I don't think so. Anyways, read that as a may. Interesting thing about CMC West is all the issues stayed. Damn, where are my phone glasses? All the issues stayed right there inside the dorm. Even the ride I got into never really hit the yard. Some pins, the right happens in the dorm, the whole yard's gonna jump. Just depends. CMC West, never. Something happened in the dorm, is isolated. When I need my mother physical glasses, here they are. I'm obsessing on the time. 18 minutes, beautiful. All right, trip on this, man. I was working. My Uncle Herb, one of my first jobs, a furniture repair shop. You're gonna love the story. Furniture repair shop. My Uncle Herb. There's a Paisa dude there named Art. Love this dude. Didn't really speak that much English. Cool dude. I traded him a $500 guitar and amp for a car. He had a bunch of cars. He did the deal, man. And he said I can come play whenever I want. I just show up sometimes at 11 o'clock, all high and drunk. I want to play the guitar. He'd let me in. He wouldn't even care. He'd be like, woohoo! It's crazy. It was a great working relationship. I started hanging out with Art, go by his parents once in a while. Then I met his nephew, lived next door. I wanted some weed. I gave his nephew 20 bucks. And it came back with like a handful. So much Art's like, whoa, 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 half that's mine. Like, you don't got that good of a deal coming. It's like the first, I just introduced you to my nephew, and all of a sudden he's like, I didn't even get that good of deals. Half that's mine. Like, oh, kick back, Art. Come on, brother. Anyways, me and his nephew hit it off. I'd go hang out with him a bunch of times. I would go to his house. Just hit it off. Good dude, liked him. Then we start going in on deals. We go in on an elbow every once in a while. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. It's a unit of measurement. We would go in on elbows here and there. I feel like I got a thorn or something sitting on a thorn. And when I fell down, I did the acting like, oh, I found it under the bench. How? I like fell on a rose bush. Now I have like a thorn or something. I don't know, something fell off my foot. It's sticking me. Anyways, fuck, what am I talking about? Oh, shit. Art's cousin. Love this dude. We start going in on elbows together. What am I talking about now? And he calls me once and says, I got one. You want to go? You want to go in on one? I go, yeah, I actually can scrape the money. I go, yeah, let's do it. He goes, I'm going to come pick you up with this dude. We're going to go to his house. There's someone else going to come over there. We're going to get it. I go, cool. Comes and picks me up, this crazy looking dude. Scars all over his face. Bald head. Like a lot of rolls on his neck. It's crazy looking. So we get in. We're driving. Just exit my street, turn on another street, and he's like, yeah. Driver, dude, not my homeboy, not Art's nephew, the driver. Came pick us up. He said, yeah, me and my wife were hanging out yesterday, and we introduced a Coke bottle. I got to keep the monetization rolling. You feel me? That's all I'm going to say. Hopefully you could pick up what I'm putting down. Me and the wife hanging out, we got this Diet Coke bottle involved. I said, dude, what was your name again? I said, you went, what, right past TMI? And you showed up all the way over Overshare. That's an overshare, homeboy. You should have stopped at TMI first. You tested the waters. Because, gross. Unimpressed, dude. I hate when people do that. Oh, I'm going to go home. I'm going to break my old lady's back and start telling me what you can do, old lady. I don't care. And I really don't care when you start getting, extraordinary UFO type. No. Miss me with it. And then Mart's nephews is like laughing, like, what? And I was like, overshare. You should be ashamed of yourself. He's like, well, what? Like, no, don't knock it till you try it. Anyway, turn the radio on, dude. I don't even care if it is a Paisa station. Turn it way up. So we're driving. It was real awkward and weird now. I'm like, dude, why do you say that? We get inside of his pad. We walk in. And I see his old lady sitting there. As soon as we walk in, his old lady says to him, hey, babe. Oh, you're back. Hi, glad to see you. Do me a favor. Get me a bottle of Diet Coke. I lost it. No, I didn't lose it. It was the funniest fucking thing ever. She straight up said, after what he said, give me a bottle of Diet Coke. Art's nephew lost it. Started busting up laughing. I did, like I said to I was too shocked. I was dying laughing too, but it couldn't come out. I was like, oh. He started busting up laughing. The wife went, oh my God. Got up and jumped up and ran. Embarrassed. Like just assumed her husband told her and then told us whatever, which he did. Embarrassed, got and ran. He said, you motherfuckers. And he grabbed this machete. Started running after us and started swinging. It did swing it because I felt the whoosh. We were running out. It was daylight, broad daylight, 3 o'clock. We went running out, just running down the road. And for you in Bakersfield, over off Cottonwood. Because he would start shooting at us and pop, pop, pop. And hey, no one cares in that part of town. And that's what he did. He got in his car, started chasing us and pop, pop, pop. We're running, we're jumping over fences, through backyards, running, come on the street, and there he'd be. Like, dude, he put a GPS on us? He was mad. Hotter than fish grease. It was crazy shit. I would love to find Art's nephew, look him up, IG, go right in DMs and say Diet Coke. He'll never forget that. Neither will I. He'll lose his shit. Do I have time to say any more? I just want to say this, man, because I brought it up, so I don't want to dwell on it. Pisces are down for theirs. Independent out. It's kind of a rhetorical question I do these videos. They're down for theirs. They're with the business. Absolutely. And I've never seen a Paisa hard time either. Never. I've seen Woods, Southsiders, not North Indians. They probably do. I just haven't seen it. Blacks. I've seen everyone like, damn, I miss my lady. Hard time on the phone, just tripping. I've never seen a Paisa. They get in there and they kind of like, they don't get fucked about doing time almost. The person I get, they settle in. I've never seen a hard time. They're the only ones when I was at Corcoran 3B. I had some heroin. And I worked in the kitchen. And I hated it. And I thought, should I take some to work? Like I did some and like I'm going to take some to work. One time at Soledad, I was in the welding shop and I had a thermal that was all messed up, had holes in it. And I would transport little dimes of black in like the hole in my thermal through work exchange. I take clothes off and everything and end up getting lost. And you can't take it, like, how are you going to get drugs through work exchange? Hoop it. So I had to go to the kitchen, hooked it. I'm at the kitchen working, decide I want some. I go in the bathroom. Problem is, I thought about taking some with me. I had it out, was going to, but never actually did it. But in my mind, I did. So I'm at work all, okay, I'm going to go ahead and use that now. I go in the bathroom. I don't want to get too graphic, but I'm going fishing. I'm looking for that. I'm going to get it out. The only car out of the Southsiders, no, the Southsiders, North Indians were locked down. Out of the other Woods and the Blacks, Paisa's the only ones out of everybody that was in that kitchen that noticed I kept going in and out of the bathroom. It caught their eye, so they had to do post it up. And I think he even kind of like barged in, act like he was going to use the rest when I was on there. Oh, Spencer, when I was in mid-fish, I was like one knuckle deep trying to find it. Oh, my bad. And I'm like, hey, I'm just looking to triangulate it. Don't trip on me. But that's also where people carry. Nice. So someone told one of the Pisces, post up, watch the bathroom, watch that wood, see if he has anything on him, see what he does when he comes out of there. Keep your eyes on that fool. So hey, I give him points for that. The other ones to notice us in and out of the bathroom. Everyone should notice that. What's that fool doing? I'm going to cut the string, let it fly. Peace. Shout out to my joiners. Shout out to JD and Greg W. Love you guys. Shout out to the Point of View crew. Number the most love and respect. Peace.